Ever wondered how much the people around you affect your daily decisions and behavior? This is the realm of social influence, a powerful force that subtly shapes our attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. We adjust and modify our actions to meet the demands of our social environment, often without even realizing it. Social influence is like a chameleon. It takes many forms. It can be seen in our desire to conform, in the way we socialize, and even in how we respond to peer pressure. It's present when we obey rules, follow a leader, or get persuaded by a compelling argument. Even the world of sales and marketing rides on the coattails of social influence. But here's the kicker. Social influence doesn't always stem from direct requests or commands. We often change our behavior based on what we think others might do or think. It's like we're playing an endless game of social chess, anticipating and adjusting our moves based on those around us. So, it's clear, social influence is an invisible force that shapes our everyday lives. Did you know that there are 3 broad varieties of social influence? Yes, Harvard psychologist Herbert Kellman identified these as compliance, identification, and internalization. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Compliance is like wearing a mask. On the surface, we appear to agree with others, nodding along. But underneath, we hold on to our dissenting opinions, keeping them private. It's like going along with a group's decision, even though you might not entirely agree with it. Then comes identification. This is when we're influenced by someone we respect or admire. Think about the time you bought that pair of sneakers just because your favorite celebrity was seen wearing them. That's identification at work. Lastly, we have internalization. This is when we accept a belief or behavior and agree with it both publicly and privately. It becomes a part of who we are, shaping our identity. Understanding these types of influences helps us see how we're shaped by our social world. But what drives us to conform to these influences? The answer lies in 2 psychological needs identified by Morton Deutsch and Harold Gerard. The first is our need to be right, also known as informational social influence. This is when we accept information from others as evidence about reality, especially when we are uncertain. In situations where stimuli are ambiguous or there's social disagreement, we tend to rely on the perspectives of others to shape our understanding of the world. The second need is our desire to be liked, or what we call normative social influence. This is the pressure to conform to the positive expectations of others. We often modify our behavior not because we necessarily agree with the group's perspective, but because we want to fit in and be accepted by the group. So, whether it's to be right or to be liked, we are often swayed by the power of social influence.